Bit slide there. Woo! We are improving! This car is not slow. If you've been following the channel over the past month or so, you'll know that we've recently got brand new wheels and tyres for the M140i. These are lightweight wheels and tyres, and in today's video we're going to be doing some Dragy testing. We're going to be testing out if the 0 to 60 times have changed versus the previous runs. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Hey up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So as you just heard from that little bit of an intro there, we're going to be doing some Dragy testing today. So this is my M140i. You would have seen it at the beginning of this video. We've got brand new lightweight Bola B17 wheels onto the car, alongside some fresh rubber in the form of Michelin PS4s. To give you guys some context, the front stock M140i wheels weigh 10.5 kilos and the stock rear wheels weigh 11 kilos. The Bola B17 wheels weigh 8.5 kilos per wheel, giving you a saving of between 2 and 2.5 kilos. That means across the whole of the car we've lost approximately 10 to 11 kilos, which in unsprung weight means quite a lot, but I'm not going to go into a huge scientific explanation about what unsprung weight means against sprung weight and what the multipliers are between the two, so on and so forth. This car is tuned with a BM3 Stage 1 off-the-shelf map. I bought this from Shaq over at Lounge Street Garage. You'll find a link down below to go and check one out. If you order one, put code JTD or Just The Driven into the checkout and you will get a free cable in order to connect your laptop to your car to get the mapping process started. Before we head out to the Dragy spot where we're going to be doing this testing, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel. It means the world to me. If you like this video, hit that like button and comment down below and let me know what you guys drive. Okay, so we are at the Dragy spot where I do my 0 to 60 times. Of course, it is a little bit later on in the day, so there's not so much traffic around, but I just wanted to give you guys some context as to the differences between the last time we did it and also this time. So the last time we did 0 to 60 Dragy times, we got a time of 5.2 and 5.3 seconds, and wait, I know that is slower than BMW stock times for the M140i. Just for the purpose of this, the stock times are 4.6 seconds for the auto and 4.8 seconds for the manual. Now the reason behind getting such a slow time, considering we are BM3 Stage 1, is because it was wet outside, I had traction control completely off and I was in Sports Plus. The car was spinning the wheels in first, second and third gear as well, so it didn't make for a great video of 0 to 60 testing, but considering we've got 5.2 in them conditions, bodes quite well. So some other differences between the last time we did it and now: the temperature before was 17 degrees. At the moment on my dashboard it's saying 25 degrees, so the ambient temperature is a little bit higher. I also had a quarter of a tank of fuel before, and this time I've got 31 miles range left in the tank. So I'm really going to beat this time, and if I don't, I'm going to be very upset. You guys are going to laugh at me. I'm going to return the wheels and I'm going to shout at Michelin. Now I'm just going to wait for a good time to actually get out and be able to do this Dragy run, so I'll catch you guys when we're about to go. So I'm just trying to roll out to find a good time. We've got Sports Plus, traction control off, air conditioning off, windows closed. This is game time now. I don't know if you guys can hear that little clicking there, but that's the indicator on a BMW, and yes, they do actually exist. I'm going to roll out. Then we're going to make sure the drag is down to 0, and then we're going to go. Okay. So that was the first attempt. I can see it coming through on my screen now of a 0 to 60 time of 4.64 seconds. I can almost guarantee that this is not the quickest this car is going to go today, because that launch wasn't exactly great. I'm not a big believer in using launch control for these cars. For the Golf R, the A45, other cars like that, you know, they have really good launch control systems, but the BMW doesn't quite have that. So all I'm doing is basically sitting down at 0 miles an hour and just planting my foot, using manual gears, shifting up at 6,700 and just getting to 60 as fast as possible. Fun fact, that run that we just did there was on a 0.00% slope. I've never ever known Dragy to have a 0% slope. I've got a good feeling about today's video. Oh man, 25 degrees, windows shut, no aircon on. I am absolutely boiling. This is what I want to do for a decent acceleration time, but by the end of this I reckon I'm going to need a shower so much. Okay, so we are waiting to do the next run. We need a decent gap behind us in order to get the roll out and to be able to stop, which we're going to do now. So roll out, come to a stop, let it all reset, and then go. This feels fast. 4.51 seconds and everything's flying everywhere in the car. So we are slowly improving this time. I don't know if it's verified or not. Let's have a quick look. So it said it's on a minus 1.42% slope. So unfortunately it's not verified. But it's still a decent time though. We are improving. We are doing what we needed to do in this video. So we are going to have to take these runs with a little bit of a pinch of salt, simply because it is so warm. It's actually gone up to 26 degrees in the car now. And given that, you know, 26 degrees, 4.5 seconds, 0 to 60 in a rear wheel drive car with 420 brake horsepower isn't too bad. Although I think if we got that temperature down to maybe 10 degrees on a dry day, we might see a close to 4 seconds, maybe a 4.2 or something like that. But it's never going to be under 4 seconds on a stage one, I don't think that anyway. But we'll get as far, as damn close to it as we possibly can. It's not really that fun pulling into a lay-by, waiting 5 minutes to cars to come past, because then you end up with a bit of heat soak in the engine bay, and that's the last thing you want when you're doing things like this. Let's go. So we'll go out, make sure there's nothing behind us. 0. Bit of slide there. Woo! We are improving. This car is not slow. We just did a 0 to 60, legitimate, verified, 4.47 seconds. So we are getting there ever so slowly. And I must say, just the way that the car drives with these new wheels and the new tyres is just so different. The car feels much more lighter on its feet. I feel like although the wheels are lighter, that we're getting better grip off the go. So that last run of 4.47 seconds was a minus 0.47% slope. So it's not that much of a slope. If you think of it in reality, you know, it's only like slightly off centre. We'll try a couple more times, but I'm so happy about this. Honestly, I am so happy about getting BM3 for this car. It's just made worlds of difference with just the mid-range torque. It's such a beast. It just wants to go and go. And remember guys, if you are thinking about getting BM3, whether it's for the S55, the N55, the B58 or anything like that, go check out LSG Performance down below and put code JTD or Just the Driven in the checkout box to receive a free cable to connect your car to your laptop. It's just one less thing that you don't have to pay, and it helps me out as a channel as well. Let's go for run number 4. We just need to wait for the traffic to die down a little bit, and then we can go ahead with doing some more testing. By God, I am getting warmer and warmer by the second here. It is not even funny. I need to wrap this video up quick, or else I'm just going to melt into this seat. We're to pull out, make sure we are in manual, foot on the brake, go. I feel like this is a bit slower. 4.57 seconds, unverified. Considering that that spot there is where I did the first run, which had a 0.00% incline. That one that we've just done had a minus 1.69% incline. So you guys that go out there with the correction apps and things like that for your 100 to 200 times, don't think as Dragy is the be all and end all of telling you whether you're on a slope or not, because that's just 2 runs that I've done in an identical spot. One of them has a nearly minus 1.7% decline, and the other one had 0% incline or decline, so technically equally level. So we're going to give it one last go before we wrap up the 0 to 60 testing, and then I'm going to go and see if we can do some 100 to 200 testing on a private road. Let's just find this little lay-by down here, get set up as we are usually. I'm not going to do anything different in terms of the launch, because the last time I had my foot on the brake and I wanted to see if I could launch control it, but it didn't work that well and he ended up with spin in first gear. Now the last couple of runs, especially that 4.47 second run, we didn't have any spin whatsoever. So we've got quite a big gap behind us actually, so we're just going to stop here, get to 0 and go. I am absolutely loving this because the last run we just did then was a 0.94% incline at a 0 to 60 time of 4.48 seconds. So we are improving slowly but surely. If you guys have any information about how you can launch the car better, then please do let me know. Right, so that's the 0 to 60 times done. I guess we can probably say we've knocked nearly a second off the time compared to before. We haven't got any different tyre specs on the rear, they're still 245 width. We've got brand new Michelin PS4 tyres and the lightweight Bola B17 wheels. So the last times were 5.2 and 5.3 seconds. Granted, they were in less than favourable conditions with a little bit of rain on the ground, and we were spinning massively with the stock Pilot Supersport tyres. Okay guys, so I've just been doing some 100 to 200 km/h draggy times on a private road, and it is still very warm. It's still 22 degrees, although it is a little bit later on in the day, as you can probably tell by the lack of sunlight, you know, compared to what we had earlier. So the 100 to 200 times that I've been getting are very similar, but I just can't seem to get one that's verified, which confuses me a little bit because, you know, I've been on this road before. That's where I've got the majority of the 100 to 200 times, including the 8.4, the 8.7, the 8.9. But this time it just wasn't playing ball whatsoever. So the times that I've got, and I'm not going to put them onto the screen because there is quite a lot, because I was just getting really frustrated in not being able to get a good time. So the range between 8.5 and 8.7. So overall, it's consistently better than what it was previously, considering that I was getting in 17 degrees and 8.7, in 20 degrees and 8.9. So theoretically, it has improved the 100 to 200 kilometre times. I just want to be able to give you guys a verified time because that's all people care about at the end of the day. But overall, I think that the new wheels and tyres have definitely been a very good purchase for the M140i. Of course, we've got the 0 to 60 time down from 5.2 to 4.4, which is now quite happily below BMW's recommended 0 to 60 time of a stock car, which I'm very happy about. The 100 to 200 time seems to have come down as well, which is obviously very good, but I'll update you guys either on my Instagram or on another video when I actually get a verified one, when I've got a bit more time and when it's probably a little bit cooler. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I certainly have anyway, because we made progress with the M140i. Next up is an MOT at the beginning of September, and then it's time for stage 2. Now I'm going to be attending the AET Motorsport Fast Car Magazine event on the 29th of August over in Normanton in Wakefield. If you guys want to catch up with me there, then feel free to do so. I don't know whether my car's going to be inside or outside. All I can tell you, it's going to be a very, very busy event. But again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date with what I'm doing. There's a lot of scooters going over there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But until next time, I'll see you guys then.